Hello. So today we are going to talk about the measures of central tendency. So central tendency tells us a few things. It tells us the number that best represents a group of scores, or the average score of a group of scores. It also tells us about similarity between scores. It tells us how each score is similar to each other. And it also summarizes the data. It puts the data into one group of scores using the mean, median, or mode. So there are three components to central tendency, and that is the mean, the median, and the mode. Now the mean is the average of a set of numbers. This is also the most used form of central tendency because all of the scores of a distribution are used. Now, in order to find the mean, you need to know what a couple of the symbols for the formula mean. Now, we have this symbol over here, which looks like a backwards E. That means the summation of, or to add up. You are also going to see an X, which means raw scores. So if you have a set of numbers that's like 2, 3, 4, and 5, those would be your raw scores. And you're also going to see a N, which means the number of participants or how many people you have in your study, something like that. So this over here is the formula that you are going to use for mean, and don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. We are also going to talk about the median, which is the middle score when ranked. So when you have your set of scores and you list them from lowest to highest, the median is going to be the number that's directly in the middle. This is used when you have outliers, when you have those extreme scores, the ones that are either really, really high or really, really low and aren't necessarily similar to the rest of the scores in your set of numbers. And so you're also going to use that with rank ordered variables such as first, second, third, and so on. And then the last one is the mode. It is the number or value that appears the most. So if you have a set of numbers and it's 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, since there are two twos, that is the number that appears the most, and that would be your mode. You use the mode when you want to know the majority, when you want to know what the majority of people in your study or in your survey are reporting. This is also the least used method of central tendency because sometimes it has a tendency to not be very accurate. Let's go ahead and do an example problem. Find the mean, median, and mode for the following exam scores. Now I have gone ahead and written out the formula here for the mean. Now whenever you're dealing with any kind of problem that has a formula, I have always written down the formula and then written a short list of what it is that I need, and then later on all that you have to do is refer to that list and plug in your numbers. So we are going to need this value here, which is the summation of x. And then we are going to need this value here, which is our n value. So let's go ahead and find the easy one. Our n value is how many people we have in our study, in our research, how many participants we have. So each of these is a participant score. So all that we have to do is count how many of those we have for our n value. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So the number of people in our study is 15. Okay, so now let's find the summation of x. Now, each one of these numbers is an x value. It is a raw score. And this symbol here means to add up. So all that we have to do is take all of these numbers and add them up. So we've got to add 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 6, 7, and so on, all the way down the line. So we've got 2 plus 3 plus 5, 5, 5, 6, and so on, all the way down to the bottom. So that is going to give us 101 when we add all of that up. So there's that. Okay, now we have all the elements that we need for this formula here. So all that we do now is just plug these numbers into this formula, and that is going to give us 101 over our n value of 15. So we divide 101 by 15, and that is going to give us 6.73. So there's our mean right there, 6.73. Okay, so now let's go ahead and find the median, which is the number in the middle. So we just take our set here. It's already listed in order from lowest to highest. So we just start from here and just go all the way down to the middle, which is this number right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on either side. There we go. Okay, so our median is 7. And then let's go ahead and find the mode, which is the number that appears the most. So we've got 3 5s, we have 4 7s, and 3 10s. So 7 appears the most, so that is going to be our mode right there. Now, if you notice, all of these scores are very similar. And when you have the mean, the median, and the mode that are all relatively similar, that's good. That means that you have a normal distribution. Let's try another. Find the mean, median, and mode for the reported miles per gallon of a Toyota Camry. So once again, I have written down our formula for our mean. We need this value and this value. So let's make our list here. Okay, there we go. That's all the pieces we need. So let's find our n value. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Now let's add all of these numbers up. So 23 plus 22 plus 22 plus 20 plus 21 plus 23. When you add all of those numbers up, it is going to give you 257. Okay, so 257 is what we get when we add all of these numbers up. Okay, so now we have everything that we need. So we can take 257 and divide that by 12, and that is going to give us 21.41666. Okay, now in statistics, we always round to 2 places. So we're going to round to this number here. Now, since this number is above a 5, this number here, the 1, is going to go up. So our final answer for that will be 21.42. So our mean is going to be 21.42. Okay, so let's find the median and the mode. Now the problem is that these are not in order. So let's go ahead and put them in order. So we have 18, we have 19, 20, we have 21, we have another 21, we have another 21, we have 2 22s, we have 1, 2, 3 23s, 1, 2, and 3, and then we have 24. And we should double check that. So our n value is 12. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and just find the mode, which is the number that appears the most. So we have 3 21s and we have 3 23s. So now, since both of these numbers appear the most, both of those numbers are the mode. So our mode is 21 and 23. Okay, now let's go ahead and find our median. So let's get the number in the middle. I just cross 1 off at each end until I get to the middle. Okay, so we have 2. We have 21 and 22. Now let's double check. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so when you have 2 numbers for your median, what you're going to do is you're going to take 21, you are going to add it to 22, and then you're going to divide by 2. that is going to give you the average. So you're going to take that number, add it to that number, and divide it by how many you have, which is 1 and 2. That's where we get our 2 value here. So when you add 21 plus 22 and divide it by 2, that is going to give you 21.5. So 21.5 is going to be our median.